Andy here from Ultimate Reloader. I'm here at the 2022 SHOT Show at the Frankfurt Arsenal booth with Jared Grove. Jared, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for stopping by, Gavin.
We got some pretty cool stuff to recap here, don't we?
Oh man, it's been a big show for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we already gave the preview of what was called the FX10. That's kind of the prototype of what we have here. What is this bad boy?
The X10. We shortened it up. We simplified it.
Very good.
X10. We gave you a really early show to get people excited about it. We got a ton of feedback. A lot of people coming up in the booth, super excited to be able to put their hands on the X10, mentioning that they saw it on your channel.
Good.
And man, the feedback has just been unreal on this, and we're super excited.
It's a lot of bang for the buck. You've got 10 stations.
10 stations.
A rotary 4-place priming system. You've got, this is pretty cool. This is about the nicest fidget spinner you're ever going to find. You're going to be in your reloading room for hours just doing whatever it is that you're doing this. A ball bearing shell plate system.
Yeah, so it rotates on a bearing, so it's nice and smooth. You don't get that powder splash that you get from some systems when they index.
Where the plate is just sitting on another steel surface and the friction and all that.
And super heavy duty. It shouldn't have, you won't get the flex in the plate. It's nice and thick. And really just really well built, well machined shell plates.
Yeah, very cool. And the gear drive on there.
Yep.
That is something else. So we've got 10 station. We've got these locator buttons that are spring loaded at every station. It's another way to quickly get your cases in and out. Yeah,
you don't have to worry about kinking a spring or losing the removable button. It's just nice and easy. Kind of push it down with the case and slide it right in. It's really simple, but a nice little feature. Yeah.
Dual decapping stations built into the workflow.
Yep, the ability to decap in either station of the second or third. They all flow into the same one, and the primers either drop out through your bench if you want, or you can run them out the front. You know, it has swage, on-press swaging, which for the price is pretty crazy. There's not a lot of presses that do swage. We were able to get it on one that's really affordable to have.
Yeah, so you've got military 223, 556, you've got military 308, 762 by 51. It's just going to be a part of the process, taking that crimp out.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And it's awesome because, I mean, that stuff, a lot of people don't even want to mess with it, so you can get it for a really affordable price. And it's really nice brass once it's been processed. And this just takes all that pain out of it.
Absolutely love it.
Yep. And then, like you mentioned, the gear drive primer here, all gear drives off of the shell plate. It has a low primer sensor that's integrated into our tool head. Tool head has an LED light, like all of our presses. So our low primer sensor, when it runs out, audio and visual alarm.
Love it.
That's powered right here in the tool head from a jack that gets ground power and signal. You'll see there's a spot for every station where for future expansion, if we want to run and power other smart sensors or dies, we'll be able to do that right on our tool head.
Very cool.
Powder measure has some cool features. It's adjustable, it's a drum style, but you can micro adjust the stem there. It's case activated, so if a case drops it, sometimes these will tend to get stuck in an up position, and you don't catch that it's not dispensing powder, and you end up making squibs. This has a safety reset that causes that to force back down, so you won't have that ever get stuck up and not dispense powder. But should something happen, you have a spot afterwards, 10 stations, that you can run a powder check of any kind, like we've ran a double alpha, Hornady, whatever. It'll take any powder check, and then you can still seat and crimp in separate stations. So you really you don't give up any options with all those 10 stations.
Isn't it funny? It seemed at the time like 5 stations, like what more could you want, right? And then when you have 10 stations, you end up wanting to use all 10 of those stations. It's just kind of the way things go, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the space, like you say, it gives you options and some safety checks and stuff that are always nice to have on a progressive machine with all the stuff that's going on.
Okay, so here's what people want to know is, A, how much is it going to cost? If you have a rough number here, and then when are they going to be able to buy this?
So, it ships with everything except for shell plate and dies. You'll have to buy your dies. It works with all standard dies. We've tested
7/8
it.
by 14.
Yeah, we've tested with all the major brands. Works no problem.
Okay.
Shell plates run about $100. Everything else is included, including even the stuff to convert our case feeder from pistol to rifle.
Cool.
And the pieces down here to convert the slider. Large and small primer and all that. All the prices included, $1,200 MSRP.
Gotcha. That's pretty amazing.
Really, really aggressive price point on it.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so stay tuned for updates on that. We also got the single stage press. Tell us about this bad boy.
Big swing. We'll go from X10 to F1.
Yeah, one station.
One station. I have been loading a lot of my precision rifle ammo on this because I needed to test it, and I really fell in love with the way this press works. It's a simple press. It's kind of an O-frame style press. It works with standard dies and standard shell holders. It does have an integrated LED light, just like our other presses. The ram runs on linear bearings, so you have a really nice smooth ram. The primer catch system is drilled all the way through, so it's fully contained. It's not trying to spit a primer out the side of the ram and catch it, so you don't have primer spilling. And then to change it, it has a little bottle that's included, or there's a hose barb if you wanted to run it down into a trash can or something.
Very cool.
Nice and clean primer system, no mess. Keeps your reloading area nice and clean.
Okay, and what's the pricing and availability date for this guy?
So pricing, MSRP is $150, so really affordable, especially for new reloaders that we're really going after there. And it's spring of 2022, we're looking at April, May.
Okay, well, I'll definitely be showing this on the channel as well. You're gonna wanna check that out on in videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. Thanks, Jared.
Awesome, thanks for stopping by, Gavin.
Okay, you're gonna wanna make sure you check out all the other SHOT Show videos. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, make your voice heard. If you have something to say, please drop a comment. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications because you're not gonna wanna miss the awesome content that is coming up. And finally, flex your reloading pride. You could look great in one of these t-shirts. We've got multiple designs at the Ultimate Reloader store. I'll see you later because I'm off to go shooting.